Welcome to our last week of EDUC 407. This is week 8, so we should be finishing up everything. So let's kind of go through all of our stuff that we have to do this week. The sooner you get stuff turned in, the sooner I'm able to grade it. Again, I've had a wonderful term, and I look forward to seeing all of your final projects and assignments. So let's look at our final week. Sorry that this is taking so long for me to make. I thought I had made it, but I didn't, and so I'm just barely making it now. Just know that all of your assignments are due on the 13th of October, which is Sunday by midnight. Okay. We're also not meeting in class on Thursday night, so you don't need to show up. So please don't show up, and then no one's going to be there. Just so you know, for this final week, we have 4 things that we need to complete. The first of which is a choice board, EdTech tools for assessment. The second one is to finish your Google Slides on your project. We have a final reflection that you're going to do, and then a course evaluation that I would love for you to fill out. If you don't, it's not like it's graded or anything, and I won't even look at it until after I submitted all the grades. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to have to do this week is the choice board, EdTech tools for assessment. Basically, you're making a copy of the Google Doc. You're picking 3 assessment tools to investigate. And the way you do it is like tic-tac-toe. Okay, you're picking 3 tools in a row, whether that's left to right, up and down, diagonal. Make sure you write up each one you choose on the Google Doc. If you found a different one that's not on the list and you want to replace one, go right ahead. This is for you. Okay, really, you only need to pick 3 things. If you want to do more, you're more than welcome to, but only 3 do you need to do. Once you finish it, download it, submit it on Brightspace, and then you're all set. I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. Your final book club project, basically you're finishing that last slide on the template. Really think about how this has helped you in planning a project-based learning task for future students. Okay. Once you've completed every single slide, make sure you turn in that template to me via download or a link in Brightspace. Okay. This one's worth 100 points, which is roughly about 20% of your grade, probably a little bit less after everything's put in, but still, you don't want to take any chances by not getting that in. The sooner you get it in, the less you're going to have to worry about. And in case I see, and one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to go through things early. If something's not working, I'm going to reach out to you as soon as possible because I know this is a big assignment. Last one you have to do is a final reflection, and you'll do this on Brightspace. Basically, on the assignment, you're going to write about these things. What are 3 tools that you've learned this term? What are 2 lesson ideas that you could take with you to your future classroom? What is 1 piece of educational technology that you will try to learn more about in the future? Again, I know this says post your initial reflection by Thursday at midnight if possible. Again, the sooner you get it done, the better. One of the things that happens, and I even got it on the class that I'm taking with Southern New Hampshire University, is that the last week after you've turned in a big project, you tend to forget about all the little assignments. And I don't want anybody's grade to be hurt by that. So please make sure you get that final reflection done. And then the last thing is the course evaluation. I'll show you what it looks like. Make sure you click on the link on Brightspace. I don't know why I didn't change that one. Complete the course evaluation. Again, feel free to say whatever you want. It's not going to affect your grade because I will not look at those until after I've submitted grades. So there's no influence whatsoever. But I really want an evaluation of how we've had this course and how you feel. And if there are things that I need to work on, I have no problems keeping that in mind. Okay. So those are the 4 things we need to do. Looking at our Brightspace, coming into right here. The video is going to show up here in just a little bit. Here's the choice board, EdTech tools for assessment. So you're going to click on this. It's going to force you to make a copy, and it's going to look like this. So here are the EdTech tools for assessment. Okay. Now we've used Google Forms for the quizzes. That's another form of assessment. But there are other tools that you can use that can not only give you data, but can be very engaging for students. So feel free to pick 3 of these in a row. So you can go Kahoot, Edulastic, 6+1 trait writing. You can go down, Kahoot, GymKit, quizzes. You can do it however you want. And again, if you've got something that you already know about and you want to put it in there, feel free to edit it, change it, and put it there. That's no problem with me. I got no issues with that. In fact, there are more tools that are coming out year after year that some of these might not be as effective as some of the new ones. So feel free to use that. Okay, but once you fill that out, download it, turn it in on Brightspace. Okay, very important. Uh, the second to last assignment is the final book club project-based learning design. Okay, so make sure you're reading chapters 9 through 10, complete the last slide, and then submit this. Now remember, you might have to download the entire template. Okay, download it, submit it, that'll work. The other way that you can do it is that you can basically put a little document there where you write the comment. Now here's the key. If you do something like that with the link, make sure I have access. I'm going to be checking over the next couple days to make sure that people have turned it in and I can access it, because this, again, is worth 100 points. I don't want anybody to lose out just because of that. But that means check your emails just in case there's some issues. I don't want that to be a problem going into this final week, because I don't want it to affect your grades. Okay? And looking back at the template, here's what you have to do for week 8. Again, you're going to talk about how you're going to incorporate an authentic audience for your project, and then what culminating celebrations and reflections will you include for students. Okay, make sure you fill that out. And again, with all the other slides, if you had to add extra slides, that's perfectly fine. That does not bother me. Just try not to put everything on one slide, and it's so small font that it doesn't work. Remember, you can add slides. That is perfectly fine by me. I don't have any issues with that. Okay. Last thing that you have to do, again, is your final reflection. Post that final reflection, ideally before tomorrow, so that way you don't run into any issues. But what are 3 tools you've learned this term? What are 2 lesson ideas you will take to your future classroom? And what is 1 piece of educational technology that you plan to learn more about in the future? Okay, so please, please, please make sure you do that. And then our last thing is our course evaluation. Let's see if it's going to do that for me. Make sure you go to this link right here, and then it should pop up for you for your classes. In this case, this class, Technology and Digital Literacy, EDUC 407. Make sure you fill out the evaluation as best as possible, as much as you want. It gives me some feedback on who I am as a teacher, and hopefully you've had a really good term. Again, I hope to see you guys in other courses if I don't hear from you before the end of the week. But make sure you get your assignments in. I've had a lot of fun teaching you guys this term. I hope to see you in another class later on down the line. But if not, I wish you best on your studies and your future career as you start beginning that part of your life. With that being said, thank you so much, and hopefully you guys have a great week and a great semester.